Well, I was sent an amazing screenplay written by Wes, which was unlike anything else I'd ever read. And the first time he sent it, you said to me, "What part would you like to play?" That one, please. But it was a great script. I mean, I've admired Wes's films like many people, but it was, of course, obviously it was a fantastic role. And then I responded really to Wes, to his spirit, and we went on. I needed his guidance. He has, I think, he's written the film, he hears it very particularly, and there are sort of rhythms of speech and details. And of course, we see from the films how beautifully constructed and designed and conceived they are. So to be part of that with fantastic cast altogether, and as an acting experience, it was fantastic because there's these very specific constraints in which Wes, I think, loves all his actors and encourages them over many, many, many takes to explore his text. And then finally you feel exhausted, but happily exhausted, because you've been given this great ride. And I think to be in the film where the filmmaker is allowed to make the film they want to make is very, very rare. And so it was a no-brainer to a great part, a great director, and a great script. Well, right now we're staying at the Adrien. The service is exquisite. It's perfection. I have a few little things, but...
For example?
What?
For example?
No, it's very good.
I was very excited when I was brought on the project. You know, I had met Wes once before in a quick one day in Paris type thing, which was lovely. And when I saw the cast that was going to be with us, I felt very excited and very fortunate to be able to learn, you know, every night or every time we shot something new and something that could help me later on in my career.
We are promised very long hours and low wages. And stale bread. No, that's pretty much it. It's kind of it's this crazy thing where you're asked to come and work very long hours. You lose money on the job. You lose money on the deal because you end up spending more in tips than you ever earn on the money. But you get to see the world and you get to live. We're allowed to let Wes live this wonderful magical life he has where it's his dreamscape comes true. So if we show up, he gets to have all the fun. And I guess it's because we like him that we go along with this. Well, the romance is gone.
I thought about father and son.
Well, I'm a grizzled veteran, I guess. I think maybe sometimes in the jobs I represent something like that. I'm just handy, you know, in that respect. I've really enjoyed the jobs, and I think maybe I've been the father and son. He'd really be the person to ask about this. My children are not as well behaved as Wes, so was that gunfire? They're not as well behaved as Wes, but I guess I play that in some of the jobs. I play, you know, someone like Owen, you can sort of rely on, and yet, like in Rushmore, completely immature at any moment. So I think it's sort of like maybe the kind of father he either had or would like to be himself.
The Berlinale is such a precious place for me. I came here first with the first film I ever made, like Tony, which was a film I made with Derek Jarman called Caravaggio. And it was not only the first film I ever made, it was the first film festival I ever came to. And it really, it founded my relationship with cinema on a practical level. I met filmmakers here immediately. Christoph Schlingensief, Cynthia Beat, people who I worked with immediately from that first film festival.